Hello everyone, Easy Films here today, and as you can see, it's going to be pretty stormy out here today, but let's not let that bother us. Anyway, today we are going to be doing some knots. Now, I have 3 pieces of rope. We're possibly only going to be using 2 today, so as you can see, I'm going to need my assistant to come over here. Today we are doing the square knot with these 2 ropes. Now for the square knot, I'm going to need a bigger end. There we go. For the square knot, you need to remember left over right, right over left. So, when we're tying this, it's going to be like a pattern.
Go put it exactly where you found it.
So we have to right over left and bring it under, like when you tie shoes and stuff. And then the next one is going to be pretty simple. Left over right. And you put it through the knot, and there you go, a square knot. And if you know if it's a square knot, it can do this. Basically, I don't know why it's called a square knot. Possibly because it has a little square right there. Hexagon thingy. Anyway, to untie one of these, you can either push it through like this, but I prefer doing it like this. It's this. You pull the 2 rounds on one end and pull it through. And that was that one. Now, let's see if we can do it one more time. Right over left, bring it under from like a shoe tie, then left over right. Pull it through and tighten it. That is a square knot. You can do this for when you're tying 2 ropes together or string. It works on both of those. On string, it would tighten it so you would never be able to untighten it unless you use scissors to cut it. Now let's try turning it open one more time. Pull 2 ends on one side, pull them, and you pull it through. That is the square knot for you. Pause it. 3.
I put it on record.
Oh, you did? Anyway, I'll probably have to cut that out. Anyway, as you can see, guys, I have a pole with me. You're wondering, what am I going to be doing with this pole? I'm going to be tying something called the Clove hitch. For this, you will only need 1 rope.
Guys,
and
what happened, Miles?
a stick. Of any kind. You can use a branch, a tree branch. You can use a stick. You can use anything you want, even your partner's finger. I'm going to have someone come over here in a second.
Oh, good God.
Alright, anyway, to do this one, you can do either the Mickey ears for when you're doing it on an open end, but if you're doing it like on a tree branch, you're going to need to do this one.
God.
Point your finger like a gun, like this, and have a nice thing like this. And my dad is yelling at my brother. You need to put it like this, over, over the string. Whoops. Anyway, that was over the string, under, around, and through where your finger is going to. Tighten it up. This is what it looks like when it's a square knot. Clove hitch. Now, if you can pull, it won't come off. I am trying to pull as hard as I can. It's not coming off. Now you can untie it by pushing the 2 ends if they're not too hard enough. And thus ends the square knot. Let's try one more time. Right, so do the gun, bring it through, over, under.
It wasn't my fault.
And through. Pull, tighten it. And if you pull, nothing will happen. Do not do this on yourself, or else you'll strangle yourself to death. Now, for the next one, since we have an open end here on the tip, we are going to be doing the Mickey Mouse ears. Let's see if I can hold this. Now for this one, you need to wrap once, over, wrap twice,
Get your face out of line.
then you switch them to this side, and you stick it on, and as you can see, here is a clove hitch. You can practice this again with a stick or a rope. See? And to let you know, grannies, because I just remembered that grannies form when your knot slips out. That is called a granny because only grannies can tie them. Pause.
Pause? Okay, that was the ET video. A few mistakes, but that was pretty bad. Got it.
Hello again. Today, we are doing the sheet bend.
I got it.
Now, sheet bend is when you have two different sizes of ropes, but I'm going to be using the same size because that's the only ones that I have so far. You do this with different size ropes, and I'm going to pretend that one of them is the bigger one and one of them is the smaller one. So first thing, you're going to want to loop.
What? Oh my god, these tires are flat.
Bring your string through.
But I can't unscrew this.
Bring this one under here,
Start pedaling.
through the loop.
With your hand. Pedal with your hand. Just keep pedaling.
And as you can see, I think I did a granny. Oh no, I don't think I did a granny. Usually it's supposed to be over here, so I think I did that wrong. Anyway, let's see if we can try that one more time.
Good. You're back in business.
Okay, is it on 7?
Yes, it's on
So,
7.
bring it through
Stop messing this up,
the loop.
guys.
Okay, now 3.
What about 3?
I think you bring it over here.
You know how to do this.
No. Under
Pedal.
and through.
Let's see how that ends up.
Keep pedaling.
And it ends up the same.
I want to change it to 2.
Still, this might be
Oh,
correct,
sure,
this might be
beautiful.
not. Anyway, it works. And it will work with that.
You're kind of in the sun, I can't see.
Good, I am. Still, that is the sheet bend.
Keep going.
Untie this. Now, I'm not going to pause this time,
Okay, good enough.
so I'm just going to go straight to it. Next one I'm doing is the sheet bend. It is usually used to shorten rope. Watch it. Hey, you got your new
Sheet
kickstand.
bend? First of all, put that away.
Sheep shank.
Put that away, Etienne.
Sheep shank.
Etienne.
So anyway, sheep shank is you wrap one small, one large, and one small on top of each other. Then you bring the front one over here to the back, and the back one over here to the front. Now you can grab the rope on the big rope through this, and you pull those through the loops. And you tighten like this on the loops, then you pull the strings, and you have a sheet bend. It looks like a Mickey Mouse. And you have 2 strings on the side. So to untie this, it's very simple. You take the 2 on the edge. You can do this with any size rope, and voila, it's magic. Magic. I think that's kind of heavy. Pause. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe and like, and
Okay.
I'll have to edit that.
We ruined it.
Hit this. I am your host, E.T. Films.